We're back at part two. Don't know what's going on. Um, Part one was frozen, so let's see if we can get this thing going again. Just waiting for Nick to get on here, and then we'll add him. We got Greg, we got Logan, we got Lou, but no Nick yet. Let's see. All right, there we go. All right, is that better?
Yep.
So I'm at my parents' house, and for some reason, whenever I get on their internet, it freezes like that. So I went off their internet. So let's try this again. All right.
Gotcha.
So you said the duning is kind of your thing. You like the lake sometimes, but the dunes are kind of your thing. You frequent Glamis.
That's it. Glamis I would consider my home turf when it comes to being out off-roading.
Now, are you originally from Southern California then?
Yeah, born and raised right here in the Inland Empire. I
Okay.
grew up in Fontana, and I'm living in San Bernardino.
Right
In the
on.
process of hopefully selling a house and moving here soon.
Where are you going to move to?
Next to this knucklehead right here.
Hell yeah. Neighbors.
Now, how did you? So Desert Whips, you guys haven't been around that long, but you're pushing what, 13, 14,000 members? How did you build such a big following with it?
Oh, yeah, we have 13,300, and I checked prior today, and we have 11,900 are active still right now, even in off season, which is cool because to me, I have an off season in a sense when it comes to riding. I know a lot of people don't. Now it's mountain and trail riding out here in SoCal because of the weather, the heat.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people who are back east who are kind of just getting started as the snow melt's done.
Yeah.
So a lot of our following, the initial following, and still I would say 75% of the members came directly from the River Whips page. They're like me. They have dual lifestyles, and they just are into it to off-road and boating. So we've generated our own following since the initial, push of Desert Whips back in August.
Well, it's kind of funny too because like the dunes is obviously my thing. Like the Dirty Dooner Show has a much bigger following than the boat side of things, but you kind of it really is just like a dual lifestyle with being in Southern California or Arizona. Like you just do both. And
Totally.
we don't own a boat currently, but we just do both. We have friends that live in Havasu. We have we go to the lake around here, and it's almost like you just can't get away from going to the lake in the summer, even if you don't want to.
Somebody knows somebody with a boat, and that's the person you want to be friends with.
The good thing about a boat is you get more than 4 or 5 seats. So
that's it. That's and it's hard for me to get a passenger in my Razor, so my friends are more than welcome to join me on my boat anytime.
So what's Desert Whips? What's kind of your vision and goals as a group and as a business?
So we pulled a business license, just to, an LLC. I have a seller's permit. Currently, I'm able to. I feel because I have a full-time job. I'm in sales on a regular. I would not say 9 to 5. I'm more like 7 to 6 every day, but
2 hours of working, but
I have the opportunity right now to work with vendors and other businesses that I kind of want to work with who are open and they're friendly. They're wanting to work with us. Like Safe Glow, for instance, like she's a really good friend now, but in the beginning it was business.
Yeah.
And Heather, who runs Safe Glow, and her husband, they became good friends of ours. So, you know, I push their product as much as I can. Not only because of them, but I love their product personally. That's what I run on my car, and now we have them on our boat too. So
Yeah.
but I want to venture off into. I don't want to become a parts dealer. There's a lot of you know, the industry's flooded with accessories and manufacturers, and eventually that's kind of where I want to go. But currently, right now, I don't have to go that route.
Yeah.
But I have, you know, I have an income coming, and I'm able to kind of like play this. I don't have to jump, you know, waist deep in a sense. I can just take my time and kind of play it out by ear on where we want to go.
You know, and you kind of say like you kind of don't have to do that. It's almost like you just pick companies that you believe in, which is something that I've kind of done with the Dirty Dinner Show as well. Is companies that have wanted to come on, if I don't believe in them, like I have a hard time, you know, saying, yeah, you know, give me your money for me to be a partner with you, because I don't believe in that product. And so, you know,
I'm the same way. I want to participate with people. I want to promote people. I want to push people who I'm confident in, like you said, confident in their product, either in them as a person. If they're a startup, who knows? Like maybe we can help each other grow and learn. And that's kind of, you know, I don't need to sell every single thing that's made from China to make a buck. Like I just don't have to do it.
And I'll use go ahead, sorry.
You know, Greg and I, we also started Redline Addiction, but we never really kicked it off yet. Like we just got some artwork done. We want to get some t-shirts done, but it's like, you know, when the time is right, we'll do it. And we want to work with people. If there's other people out there who want to work with us, or, you know, there's a couple that I've talked to since the page that we try to work together and collaborate together and help build each other up rather than try to pull each other down. And, you know, it seems to be working for us, you know, as a business side. As a group side, we want it to be family friendly. We don't want it to be just a bunch of meatheads who are out there trying to race and who have egos to battle each other. Like I'm all for, you know, putting your money where your mouth is, and it just doesn't have to be that constantly 100% on the show, like, or on the page. Meet me in the desert. Let's do it out, you know, side by side. Let's do it. But we don't got to battle online all day long.
Well, what is Redline Addiction? I'm jumping backwards, you know, like a paragraph. What's Redline Addiction?
So Redline Addiction is we're just starting like a lifestyle brand. It ain't nothing but we're gonna do some t-shirts, some sweatshirts, some hats. It's those who, like Greg and I, who are addicted to adrenaline. We live our life on the red line. Like everything we do, we try to go full throttle. Everything. we break a lot of shit because of it. And our wives get really mad, but
real mad.
all the time in trouble.
But you know, that's kind of our motto. Like this is what we want to do. That's how we want to proceed with what we do. We give everything we got 100%, whether that's on the throttle or just trying to have a good time or throwing the beers back at night on a Friday. Somebody's passing out.
So this question's for Greg.
What's up?
So how did you come into the whole Desert Whips things, and how are you and Nick friends?
So Nick and I are friends because through work, through like Nick's wife and my wife. I actually used to work with Nick's wife, and slowly started to like invite my wife and I to come to Glamis with them and so forth. And I've like, as far as like adrenaline, always had that, but I've never really gone out to the desert, done any of that. But right off the bat, when, you know, Nick took me out there, I just instantly loved it. And
let's not go wrong. When he went with me for the first time, we fucking rolled. Excuse my language.
That's okay.
Oh, come on, bro. Yeah, so first time, me and this guy freaking cartwheeled. I told him I wanted to drive his Razor, and right off the bat, he was letting me drive, and he goes, all right, now I'll show you how to drive. And we cartwheeled like twice. And he blamed the sun in his eyes, or something like that. But
he was hooked.
Oh, yeah, I was absolutely hooked. But ever since then, I mean, to be honest, I mean, I couldn't stand this guy when I first met him. He was a jerk. I couldn't stand him. But now, I mean, pretty much like how Nick said, we have a blast out there. You know, we very, very, very competitive. I mean, anyone that rides with us can count for that. We all know how it is.
Yeah.
Do you ever look back at like the fork in the road when your friendship started and like you went this way and you're friends with Nick? You ever think, man, I should have gone that way?
I don't know why it went this way with him.
I'll tell you what, his wife thinks that because we cost them a lot of money.
It's true. It's very true.
I like spending Greg's money on parts all the time.
Kevin Smith says slow drivers.
Oh, Kevin don't have a clue. You know, Kevin's part of our group. He knows. He's never been to the front of the pack, though. I'll tell you that much.
No, he's usually like at camp. But no, but and then as far as me with Desert Whips, that's him. He just kind of invited me over, and yeah, that was it. I was kind of bored.
Yeah, we do. You know, we're online. We do Facebook often, and I just say, hey, dude, like, get on, dude, help out. Like, let's see what we can do with this.
Yeah.
Well, it definitely seems like you guys have made a name for yourself. I didn't realize kind of how big and how much product and stuff you guys had until I actually met you, Nick, at Desert Storm. And, you know, it's really cool to see more and more of the Desert Whip stuff. You know, just last weekend at the UTV rally up here in Arizona, driving through a big pack of UTVs, and I see a Desert Whip flag. You know, that's the coolest thing for me to see, you know, you guys kind of infiltrating throughout the industry.
Yeah, we're you know, we have a good getting closer.
There we go.
We have good support from the members of our group who, you know, a lot of them are repeat customers, I guess. And we sold a lot of flags in the beginning, and we still are. Actually, the new flag that's right here behind us, I just got that in today. Nobody's even seen that. So that's a brand new one. So we're going to put that up on the website, and, you know, we try to, you know, slowly are bringing different designs, different products. I got T-shirts done. I'll be able to pick those up on Memorial Weekend. You know, we're working with different people. I try to work with people, members of the group. You know, that's why constantly on the group, I'm posting, hey, I'm looking for a designer. I'm looking for a guy with print. I'm looking for somebody, because I don't want to just Google the closest print shop in San Bernardino. If I can give my money that I'm wanting to spend to somebody on the page who's in the industry, I'm all for it. Sometimes it's hard to get people to take my money for whatever reason, but, you know, I'm finding the right people that I'm working with. So
now the biggest thing I have that you know, people, okay, let me think how to word this. The big thing I've dealt with the Dirty Dinner Show is like people want to do stuff for free for me, and you know, everyone likes free, but I don't like free. You know, do you kind of run into that a lot where people are like, oh, I'll just do that for you, but you have a set amount of money that you want to spend on something, and you want, you know, you don't want something to be held over your head.
I do. You know, just if I need a part, or like, hey, I'm gonna get new powder coat or something, I've gotten offered a lot, like, hey, dude, don't worry about it. Just, you know, I'll hook you up for free because of this. And I'm like, you know, now that I, you know, understand business a little bit better than I did 10 years ago, they're in business too. And I have no problem giving somebody my money. Now, if they're willing to cut me a deal because that's what they want to do, that's fine. But I never, ever expect or ask anything from free from anyone.
And that's such a good, you know, it just goes to show that Desert Whips and you and Greg both have the integrity that you're not going to go to someone and, you know, just say, I want shit for free. So
I'm not trying to be like, hey, I run and manage a Facebook page. Like it is what it is. It's the internet. It's a Facebook page. Like I ain't nobody than the next guy. You know, we just are two guys who love to have fun. Like, and that's it.
True.
Now, I want to run back to one of these comments from Dave Karbinski. He says, Desert Whips was one of the first supporters of Glamis Black Bag Project. Talk about you guys and supporting kind of other other companies, organizations in the industry?
So with David, he started doing Glamis Black Bag. I know it was this Glamis season when he started it. I'm not sure what month he actually kind of pushed it and went live. So I hit him up. I'm like, hey man, like, what is it obviously, and what do you need? Like, I have a little bit of extra money in the business account. Like, I'll bring some trash bags so you don't have to supply, because he was supplying trash bags, for the event and for what he did. I'm like, hey, don't worry about it. I'll bring some trash bags. So I think we dropped them. I don't know. At that time, it was like 6 or 7, maybe 8 boxes of trash bags. And I was thinking like, oh, just 200 trash bags a roll. I'll bring them 7 rolls. Plenty. Obviously, that's not the case, because there's so much trash that gets left in the dunes.
No, it's just
and it's incredible what David and his wife have done, Jenny have done, to try to bring those who are involved in the community and involved in enjoying, especially Glamis, because that's what's dear to me, to try to keep it clean as much as possible. I know one of our members, Shane, he hit me up, was like, hey, let's do a Desert Whip cleanup and reach out to David. And this was New Year's weekend. And I'm like, man, everyone's going to be so hungover. Ain't nobody going to want to clean up New Year's weekend. So we ended up doing New Year's Eve morning. It was a Sunday morning. It was actually a Saturday morning. And I was like, this is going to be tough to get people here on a Saturday morning at 8 o'clock on New Year's weekend. Sure enough, we had like 80 something, what we think between 70 and 100 people show up Saturday morning at 8 o'clock, and covered the valley, covered the hill, top to bottom, and filled up 2 trucks full of just garbage.
It's so, I don't want to go down that road too far, because we could go really far down that road.
It's disheartening. It's disheartening for sure.
So we went and did the
Glamis Black Bag is great.
We went and did it for Easter morning, and the kids were kind of griming and groping. We don't want to go. We want to hang out and ride our quad. And by the time we got over there, and we cleaned up for an hour, whatever, our kids were like, "Oh, this is cool. Like, Mom, Dad, why is that 50-year-old beer can, or probably not a 50-year-old beer can? Why are these beer cans all over the place?" To explain to them, don't leave your freaking trash there. Like, it's stupid.
Oh yeah, it is dumb. I've gotten to my fair share of, I wouldn't say confrontations, with people leaving their trash next to me, and sometimes it doesn't go well, and a lot of the times you just talk to them nicely, and they'll pick their stuff up, but
yeah,
sometimes they don't. So,
well, where else do you ride besides Glamis?
So
River?
Yeah, I'll ride at the river, man. I got a place out in Needles, north in Pirates Cove. So they have 3,200 miles of BLM off-roading. So after a day on the water, we have probably, 7, 8, 9 razors that are there within our circle of friends. And, we'll get off the water, we'll go cook some food, and then we, sometimes we go venture off far. Other times we stay within the park, within a mile of the park. We rip the sand dunes that are in Pirates Cove all night, and then go down to the beaches, hang out in the water if the weather's right. We're trying to get ourselves into a little bit of a cat and mouse game with the security sometimes, but it is what it is, and we'll just take off out into the desert. So it's fun.
Important channel.
Yeah. So other than that, I've done Glamis North. We did an event with Pound Foolish. A lot of people are familiar with Pound Foolish watches.
Yep.
They did an event back in February to raise money for kids with cancer. So we did, we were part of that, and spent the weekend out there doing some a poker run, and it's different. It's a different style of riding, and I have a lot of respect for the guys who do hard pack a lot. When I'm out in Pirates Cove and I'm ripping, I'm still in the Glamis mentality of just always in the throttle.
But still going
and
slow.
I run into the side of the mountain because it just happens. Like, bro, broke my wife's car multiple times last summer. So
Running out of time.
yeah, I ran out of town quite a few times last summer. But
It happens to the best of us.
I prefer to be in the dunes, man. That's where I'm comfortable. That's where I know. I lead my group rides out in the dunes 95% of the time. So, you know, I'm anti GPS when it comes to Glamis. So I'm all about the ride and not the destination.
How many people show up for rides in your group on an average?
How many people what?
Show up for rides.
Too many.
So, like, are you talking like when we're doing a Desert Whip meetup type ride?
Yeah.
Or so, well, within our personal camp, we have like 20 something razors in our camp, 21, 22 on an average weekend. So on Jeff, what's Jeff coming?
50 grand.
Oh, we did a meetup Veterans Weekend to do a ride out to the flagpole to watch the ceremony. And I think we ended up, there was probably like 16, 18 different cars that show up. We met at Olds and we went over to the flagpole and hung out at the ceremony. And we had a couple quads. We had Lee and his whole squad. Some of them were in trucks.
Yeah, one had a Raptor.
One had a Raptor truck that, man, makes me almost want to buy a truck. Those things rip the dunes, man.
Yeah, it actually kept up with us.
Yeah. So I've been out to Glamis with Greg Atkins. He joined us one time.
Don't worry, Greg. I'll be nice.
But I'm this summer or this as summer's ending, we're gonna try to do a meetup. It won't be in Glamis. I'm gonna do it on a more level playing field. I think maybe down in Ocotillo Wells. With kind of like to kick off the fall winter riding season, so everybody can get together, and then of course you'll always catch me in Glamis. It's hard for me to get out during the winter months, so. But I'm gonna end up meeting up with Damien, Side by Side Addicts, Nate from Dune Therapy. I'm sure we're gonna link up this winter. Hopefully they're out there. We can, those who all work together in a sense.
All right. Can you guys went frozen for a second there. Can you hear me now though?
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
I think Nick was talking too fast.
Well, he talks too much.
So you guys were talking about some of the rides you guys were going to kind of do this summer and upcoming season is what I heard.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a kickoff ride for the season in the fall.
Okay.
We're gonna start planning. It won't be in Glamis. We're gonna try to go to Ocotillo Wells.
What?
Okay.
Yeah. It's more user friendly, man.
Dude, you gotta talk to me about this first before you just blast it out the invite.
Who are some of the people that you're kind of trying to get involved with the kickoff ride?
I think he just commented. I saw his comment disappear, but Josh Murray from Leadfoot.
Yep.
Okay.
He's gonna help us. He's already in. Leadfoot Off-Road is just now kind of entering the side-by-side game. They're real big into Jeeps and off-road and trucks and customizing, full fab shop in-house. And we kind of been doing a lot of networking together when it comes to side-by-sides. And, I don't know very much about lifting and fabbing up trucks and stuff. So Leadfoot's real knowledgeable when it comes to that stuff. But he's on board.
Jeff, get out of here.
Who else?
Hard pack for life.
Who is that? Is that
Jeff?
Jeff, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be there.
Jeff doesn't understand what's going on.
Jeff will be there too.
Hopefully we'll get.
But we're looking. I don't know. Maybe. Hopefully you guys can be there. I know Nate Arterburn from Dune Therapy. He's a big time Glamis guy, but hopefully, I met him this past weekend in person for the
Yep.
first time.
Yeah.
Chatted it up with him for quite a while watching the show. Hopefully he can come out, Damien, Side-by-Side Addicts, almost do like an industry ride amongst those who kind of work together in the Arizona, California genre, I guess. It'll be fun, I think. I think Octane
Absolutely.
Wells is a level playing field where you can have advanced riders or beginner riders. And that's kind of where you have to be when you have Facebook groups like this. You got to be able to cater to both sides of the spectrum. So we have new members who just got their first Razor or their first Can-Am, or their kids are on dirt bikes or quads. Like you gotta, it ain't all about just advanced riding.
Yeah.
I feel personally in Glamis, you gotta have some sort of skill and a knowledge of how to transition, how to turn down the bowls, how to when and where to be off the throttle. And people can get hurt out there. I feel on an industry group ride rather than if we do something a little bit more level ground hard pack stuff.
Yeah. Well, kind of we were just talking about like Fab and doing with Josh Murray and stuff like that. Where did your love for side-by-side start?
I used to crash my quad a lot. So one time I crashed my quad and I broke my collarbone and my shoulder, and I woke up to some dude in a sand rail holding my neck. Completely blacked out, knocked out, don't have no clue how long I was there. He found me in the dunes. So back then it was Rhino. So my wife's like, hey, you need to find something that has a roll cage. And I was broke as hell. So I couldn't go out buy me the sand car that I wanted. So a buddy had a Rhino, so we always had fun with that. So there's like 3 or 4 of us that went and bought them all within a week. So it kind of transitioned from that. Once we went Rhinos, we all had a blast. We're bumper cars going 27 miles an hour. It was great. And then one of them bought the 900, and then we all bought 900s, and then he surprised everybody with a 1000, and then it's kind of just transitioned year after year.
It's funny how the whole side-by-side movement, I've talked to this with people like, I don't know, probably 10, 15 times now, started with the Rhinos. Everyone had a Rhino.
That's it. It's kind of, it's where it started. They were fun when your whole group's going the same speed.
I wish I would have.
Like, you can bump and you can push your buddy in the Rhino, man. Like it was acceptable.
I mean, we kind of still do it in the Razors, but
kind of
not by choice. But
yeah, like Janice, keeping up with the Jones, of course, man. I can't keep up with every Jones though.
Well, how can the people of Desert Whips help you guys?
Ooh, how can the members help us?
Yes.
I don't. You know what? They do a good job.
Yeah, they're killing it right now.
They're killing it in the sense that they're active. We like to see their adventures and where they're posting because it gives other people somewhere to go. Like they're learning, like, oh, there's more riding in Utah. There's more riding in Oregon, like Idaho dunes. Like it's kind of opening the spectrum to what people are. Buy stickers. Yeah, Eric. No, we don't need anybody to buy anything to help us. I prefer the members to be active together. And if somebody needs help, hey, lend a helping hand or lend a suggestion. They don't need to rip each other down. Like we're trying to build a positive group, and so far I think we're doing a good job. We got a good squad who kind of monitor the group and as much as we possibly can. We don't want to shut down anyone's right to free speech, but when it becomes borderline offensive or you're just being cruel, then that's kind of when we step in.
Dude, turn these comments off. I can't do this. Buy Desert Whip Speedos. Farmer's actually
Well,
wearing his right now. So.
Well,
yeah,
since we've
I
kind
would say
of
that for the as far as members
sorry,
helping,
go ahead.
yeah, invite their friends. Like somebody who has a different experience when it comes to off road. Like I would like to see some cool things back east. Like I know a lot of these high lifter mudders. It's not the norm that we're used to, but those guys know how to party, man. I'll tell you that. Like those guys can get down when it comes to throwing a bash.
Yeah.
They could definitely. I would like to see more pictures. I want to see everyone just pictures of them having a good time over the weekend. I mean, sometimes we'll go through quiet days or quiet weeks. I mean, I want to constantly see everyone's adventures because that's the type of stuff I like to see. Not just, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, people of the group should be posting more pictures because even on these rides in the middle of nowhere, people always have their phones out. Snap a picture of what you're doing.
Everybody has their phone. And, that's what's cool about social media now is that I would like to see some of these members just go live while they're on their rides. Like, that would be cool
absolutely.
just to, I'm not the only one who has to go live on the page. Everyone has that ability. Like, obviously keep it professional. And, there's a lot of kids who are, who follow the page, River Whips and Desert Whips, which is the reason why we try to keep it kid family friendly. Because we're not just about, I mentioned it before, like we want to keep it where the families are there. So, if the mom and the kids are happy, we can run.
Happy wife, happy life.
That's it.
Well, I've got some quick and dirty questions for you guys, and the kids might want to tune out on some of these.
I'm in. Let's do this.
This one's kind of a two-part question, but would you guys consider your relationship a bromance?
Oh,
He's definitely the girl in the relationship.
Well, that's my
we
next
have no
question.
romance whatsoever.
If you two were gay together, who would play each role?
I would be the catcher.
I would be dominant.
Oh, no.
He would take direction always.
Hey, I'm a good leader. Or follower. I'm a good follower. I'm a terrible leader.
All right. Does Desert Whips have a shortage of stickers like River Whips?
Oh, man. No, they don't. And River Whips doesn't have a shortage of stickers either, man. Despite what everybody thinks, because I go and pick those stickers up from the print shop all the time. Like,
River Whips needs a full-time shirt and sticker person.
Not just a sticker person. No, River Whips does a really good job, but I know firsthand, like when it comes to filling out 100 envelopes because you sell out that fast, it takes time to get them out. And then we got to order, wait for production, and wait to shipment, and then we put them up again, and that's kind of how that works. But I don't sell near. You don't see as many Desert Whip stickers on trucks as you do River Whips.
But we would like to see more.
Well, we got to get some here to Arizona. More Desert Whip stickers here to Arizona. So when the shortage ends, let me know.
All right. I got plenty. I got a whole stack full ready to ship out.
I like this question. What other questions?
All right, this is last question. Last quick and dirty question.
All right.
Will Desert Whips ever sell actual whips? Like, whoosh?
Actual leather whips?
Yep.
Hey, it depends on who's buying. I'll bring one everywhere I go from now on. They can pay me and I'll whip them.
What's wrong with you?
Hey, I keep my customers happy, dude. That's it.
A whole different level of customer service. I was not ready for that.
This is customer service industry, right? If that's what they want, that's what they're going to get.
All right, I'm in. Screw it. I'm in.
So.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming on tonight. It's been fun. And anything else you guys would like to kind of say before we end this thing?
I want to do, give a shout out. Obviously, we got a couple, friends that kind of started from the beginning when I was asking for products and asking for, sponsors in the beginning to some of our games and some of our events. Jason Schmidt with In Gear Tech. He's located out here in Beaumont. He stepped up big time. He, he kind of gave me free reign to his shop in a sense, and his. I wish it was free reign to his checkbook, but it wasn't that. But he hooked us up with some gifts and some awards and prizes, and he networked a couple things for us in the beginning.
Not that, but he keeps our off-road vehicles.
He keeps our broken stuff fixed at a fairly quick rate. So
yeah, most definitely.
Keith Hook from UTV Sports Magazine. He's kind of been a guidance for us from the beginning as well. I met with him a couple times early on, and he's a guy in the industry, someone you might want to reach out to if you already haven't or know him. He would be a good guy to get on a podcast. He owns a digital print magazine in the off-road world. Really good dude, really, really smart guy. He's helped us out a lot. And then, obviously Greg and Amber from River Whips, who kind of allowed me to leech on to that brand and kind of let me run with Desert Whips how I wanted to do it, and how, we're on track together. We try to keep everything coexistence with each other when it comes to branding and merchandise and the events we do. We try to do everything together. We help each other out as much as we can. And then obviously our wives put up with a lot of shit, man. They really do. They work extremely hard for us to go out there and kind of blow their money, dude. So
absolutely.
Really what it comes down to. Like they put in a lot of work with their company, so
just for us to go and break stuff.
Yeah, just for us to go out and have fun. But they have fun too. My wife has her own Razor. She doesn't want to ride passenger.
And she can actually drive.
I'll put her up against a lot of people that claim they can drive, and I'll put my wife. I'll just tell them, hey, follow my wife, and they kind of get torn back a little bit.
I won't ride with her.
And I'm just like, no, like just follow her, like you'll be fine. And they're like, I'm not following a girl driver, and I'm like, all right, cool, don't follow her. She'll leave you out there. So, but we have our friends, Jeff and Tab, Will and Jen, Gene and Amanda. All great people. So those are people that we bounce ideas off each other all day long, while we're trying to work. So and then I got my my squad that I grew up with, like Samfleet squad. Like those guys are
the OGs.
Those are my OGs. Those are my family. Those are the ones I camp with. Those are the ones I ride with. So.
Well, it's cool to see this community that you guys have kind of built. I don't want to keep bringing up River Whips. We don't really care for them, but it's cool to see this community that you guys have built with, the River Whips family and the Desert Whips family. You kind of just all named them off right there, but it's really, I saw it at Desert Storm, and I knew that there was a community. I knew there was something special that you guys were doing. I knew there was a reason why both Desert Whips and River Whips are killing it. And, sitting down with you guys tonight, I kind of understand why now. Like, you guys just know what you want to do. You just want to build a solid family community for the off-road world.
That's it. That's exactly our goal.
So I look forward to, I think Nate from Dune Therapy just said it, but I look forward to getting out there and getting to some events with you guys.
Hey, we're in. So, likewise, if you got something coming up and you need something from us, reach out. I'm here. So I'm always accessible. My phone is glued to my hand all day long. So.
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Greg.
I wanted to also give Josh over at Leadfoot a shout out. Kind of reached out. I usually only do Inland Empire people, but I made a quick post about getting steps for my truck, and Josh immediately got in contact with me, and he was a great price, and he had them immediately. So that's more towards I don't know if that's Orange or LA County, but
like in LA County, yeah.
But definitely a solid guy. I mean, he took care of me quickly. So someone wanted to make sure I mentioned.
And stay tuned.
Right on.
I got some cool stuff coming with Safe Flow with some whips. They're allowing me to kind of throw out their new item that's coming out. They're called the Safe Glow 360s. They're super heavy duty whips that with their style, you can see them over 2 miles probably away from visible at night. I've been running them on my ride for like 2 months now. They're not out in production, or they're in production right now, but they're not out to the market. And when those things hit, man, those things are gonna kill the market, man. Those things are bad.
You'll see us in the dunes.
You'll see us anywhere. We're coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
See you guys like you're running a buggy whip.
that's it.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I got it.
I've never heard of it. What is it? What is that? It must be like off of Amazon or something.
No, buggy whip's great.
I'm just kidding.
It's a great product, but yes.
I like to compete.
So she's allowing me to debut those things on the group page. So it'll be
very cool. Yeah.
That's like from the beginning, I got to pick and choose kind of who I want to work with, and I would love for companies to reach out if they want to work with us. I'm open. Like, let's talk business. Like, I'm in.
Yeah.
So.
Well, thank you guys for coming on, and thanks for the wives who are in the background teasing you guys. Made it a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hi.
So.
Appreciate it.
Cool.
Fun.
Well, all right,
we'll
man.
Catch up with you guys.
Absolutely. Thanks.
Thanks, bud.
All right, bye.